Welcome back. In a moment, we'll examine the world of male grooming. But first, here are some other stories to keep an eye on. The US Defense Secretary, James Mattis, is in South Korea for his first foreign visit since being confirmed in the role last month. He's expected to reassure the South Korean leadership of the United States' commitment to the partnership between the two countries. Facebook has been ordered to pay out $500 million after a court found they had unlawfully used a rival firm's virtual reality technology. Oculus, the VR developer, which Facebook has owned since 2014, was found to have used code belonging to their competitor, ZeniMax. In Romania, demonstrators took to the streets to protest against a government decree which would free dozens of officials jailed for corruption. At least 150,000 people turned out for one of the largest demonstrations in the country's history. Now, from face creams and hair gels to luxury haircuts, the male grooming business is booming. The industry is expanding across the globe. Amongst the top 10 markets are Brazil, the US and India. This year's profits are set to reach $21 billion. We sent Insight's Ty Genwright to find out why more men are trying out beauty treatments on a trip to the barbers.
Doing all right?
Not bad, not bad.
So what is the plan for today?
So trying to let it grow longer on top and keep it tight on the side.
Bring the ends off a little bit and down.
So how is business here?
Really good actually, yeah. This is our second London store, third overall.
It's a kind of a crowded market. There's loads of these kind of luxury premium barbers around.
They used to say maybe it was just in the cities that guys would do this because, you know, it's one of the things, there's more money, but it's across the whole country now. You've got like really good barbershops popping up in every sort of place these days. It's just a change in attitude from blokes who go, my missus goes and spends, you know, £200 on her hair. And so then they go, do you know what, I'm going to go and spend a bit of money on my hair. Just skimming the ends off the top. Okay. Nothing major.
Yeah. So the guys who come in, do they have a definite idea of the kind of style they want, or are they looking for guidance?
50-50 really. You kind of get people, they kind of Google or they Pinterest or something, they Instagram, and they see, and they go, I like this dude's hair. You know, it's not specifically, I want to look like this man, because I think a lot of guys, guys always apologise when they get pictures out.
Right.
And we're like, that helps.
Some people say beards are on the way out again.
We're still doing a lot of beard trims. We're still having guys who are coming in going, you know what, I'm going to grow a beard.
It creates a whole new line of products, really.
Yeah, hugely. Like we have beard oils, which help with sort of conditioning the beard, controlling it, and even the skin underneath. We use like an argan oil. So we're going to start by adding a bit of warm water to the face, and then we will sort of facial scrub, which will bring it down. I'll then put a hot towel on for you.
Is a facial for a man different to a facial for a woman?
Yeah, I mean it's not as complex. You know, we facial scrub, we use hot towels, we steam it out. The guys, the kind of clients we have come and get it. The guys that, do you know what, they've had a busy day. They're having their hair cut, and they go, do you know what, I just want 15 extra minutes.
It's just a way of winding down.
Yeah, there's very few luxuries for a man.
I would imagine there's some guys who come in and say, yeah, I get the posh haircut, I get the posh beard trim, but going for a facial is just compromising my masculinity too much.
Of course, there's always going to be that contingent. There's always going to be that kind of man, but the kind of guys that come here, they're a bit more metros, more sort of, you know, city. They want to look nice, they work hard, they want to, you know, have nice things that they can enjoy.
Thank you very much. Wow, looks good, I think.
No worries, my pleasure. Everything all good for you today?
Yeah, it was eye-opening.
Well, still with us in the studio, the founder of Global Fashion Management, Thierry Bale, and the presenter and style entrepreneur, Darren Kennedy. And Darren, I'm going to come to you first. You still got the beard, because this is the thing in terms of male grooming I think has changed. When did the beard become fashionable?
You see, I think I've got stubble, which is probably slightly longer than I'd normally wear. The beard, you see, I think we have absolutely reached peak beard. I think it has saturated. I think the beard is dead in terms of, you know, certainly the UK. But these things, like everything in menswear, the trends, the transitions, they take longer. So I think we're slowly going to start to see the decline of beard. I think we've started. And
stubble? Back to Thierry, who's clean shaven.
I don't know. I think like clean shaven certainly makes you appear younger, which is great. Obviously, we all like to appear younger from time to time. But I think stubble. I think it's coming back to what we were saying earlier on about the clothing and being able to express yourself, being a little bit more relaxed. So, you know, if you're wearing clothes that maybe are slightly more sporty, you're in the office, you don't have to be in a three-piece suit. You can, you know, also allow your grooming regime to be a little bit more relaxed, give your skin a break. I haven't shaven this week because I kind of just thought, you know what, I want to just give my skin a chance to just recuperate and do what it does best naturally.
Okay. Did you ever grow stubble, Thierry?
I would say having a beard of 1, 2, or 3 days is nice and interesting. And actually, when you are working in fashion and you actually go and see clients with that 1 or 2 day beard, actually, it does work well. So I'm not that kind of person, so I'm not going to do it on a regular basis. But I think it is certainly something that seems to be dying in the UK. And personally, it's not my favorite, so I'm not going to be using it. But,
okay. But we'll see where that's going. What isn't dying out, though, is, as Tig experienced there, the idea of doing a facial.
Correct.
Again, just to make the obvious comparison, it used to be the preserve of women would have facials or skincare like that. That is now big business for men.
It is certainly a multi-billion-dollar business or pound business, absolutely. I think, you know, I don't know for Darren and yourself, but if I go back 5 or 10 years, I'm sure you wouldn't be seeing me using, you know, those face scrubs and other, I would say, you know, beauty products.
Well, look, I have to be an oddity here because I worked under these lights for 30 years. So, of course, I've had the makeup on. But most people didn't, right?
Correct. So I think today we want it, we need it. You know, what I'm not too sure is that we know how to select the right product. So I think there's still a lot of education that men requires and needs, and I think maybe the companies need to do more on that. But I think we want really to look nice and fresh. So I think we're going to be using.
Do we really need these products?
Need? God knows. I don't know. Is it all just genes? Are we being sold a lie? I don't know. But I certainly know from a man's point of view, I think it's simplicity that is the key. So, you know, if I'm going to have a grooming regime, it has to be quick. It has to be, you know, it cannot be time consuming, has to be easy to travel with, has to be suitable for the gym, my lifestyle, all those things. I think what's really interesting, and I think looking forward to the next 5 or 10 years, the really interesting space is the whole area of makeup for men. And
makeup for men. That's worth repeating. Now, what part of the world's leading off with that then, do you think?
Well, it was in the headline, South Korea. You know, South Korea are the leaders in terms of male makeup. And actually, in terms of the whole beauty world, kind of where we're at now tends to be probably 7 years behind where South Korea is at. I mean, the whole phenomenon of BB creams for women, that started in South Korea a decade ago.
So they tend to be trailblazers around the globe, do they?
Yeah, and at the moment, you know, Korean men, South Korean men, are the largest consumers of male makeup on the planet.
And is that just a colouring? Is it more healthy glow? Is it about covering up blemishes? What are they using?
It's all of the above. And, you know, it's about having that kind of clear complexion. And it's, you know, you look at, you know, a lot of research has been done in this area about what makes someone appear attractive and youthful. And one of the key things is having an unblemished, kind of even skin tone. So, you know, obviously makeup can help with that. But also, you know, if you've had a busy weekend and you've got a very important presentation of a Monday morning, a little bit of concealer can go a long way. Maybe something under the eyes just to feel a little bit fresher.
But is that, Thierry, about your self-confidence, do you think? Or is it that you think the audience you are going to talk to in that work situation or social situation expect it of you?
I think they will look at you with better eyes if you actually show, you know, a fresh tone. Absolutely. So you need to do that. And you know what's interesting, if you go back a couple of years, the retailers I was working with were introducing electronics, you know, to grow the retail business. Today, more retailers are actually, and concept stores, lifestyle stores, are actually putting, you know, beauty products, grooming products inside to basically provide obviously a better men's shopping experience, but also, you know, grow the business.
And here's just a further example, which I suppose is extraordinary how far we've come. the male world of rugby, which used to be all about being unfit, well, not fit maybe, but certainly you didn't care what you looked like, you might be a bit bulky, you know, hair scruffy. The England rugby team are now endorsing male beauty products as part of their sponsorship program. That's extraordinary, isn't it?
And that is the thing, you know, it's celebrities, it's bloggers, it's, you know, social media stars who are kind of really embracing this. And I know that, you know, it's kind of come from the likes of YouTube, where a lot of male makeup artists have started doing tutorials on themselves. Okay, and a lot of the big brands are going, okay, actually, our products can easily be used on men as on women. Now, the packaging may vary, because obviously men don't necessarily want to be going around with a grooming bag full of, you know, pink or whatever it is that's very feminine. So that's what a lot of the brands are doing, you know, so they're packaging them different, but it's the same product.
And there's profits to be made, obviously, Thierry, isn't it? And the potential there for the makeup zone, globally speaking, must be huge.
It's huge, and I agree. I've mentioned that story with many retailers who are embracing definitely that grooming product inside the store. And ultimately, it's about brand awareness. So, you know, if you open a new product category, whether it's fragrance, whether it's going to be skincare, beauty products, grooming products, you're going to be able to grow your product and your brand internationally. Yeah.
Oh dear, the pressure on being a modern male.
I'm telling you, it's only going to get worse.
Yes, correct.
Thierry and Darren, thank you both very much indeed for being with us today.
Our pleasure.
Now we end with our Insight Bite. This is a little something that we feel you should know. And today, Swedish furniture retailer IKEA is planning to sell rugs and textiles made by Syrian refugees from the year 2019. The move will create 200 jobs for people who fled the civil war in their country. Most of the positions created will be for women. The company is expecting to sell the products, which will be made in Jordan, to other Middle Eastern countries with whom Jordan has negotiated free trade arrangements. Jordan is currently home to some 650,000 Syrian refugees. Well, that's all from me for now. I'm Martin Stanford. That was Insight.